Virtual voice teacher, and here is your virtual voice lesson on Monday, April 19th, is it? At 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. Today we're going to talk about octave jumps, what they are, and how we can approach them. But before I begin today's lesson, I'm going to start the way I start all of my voice lessons with a breathing exercise. This is a really nice, easy one, actually. Very simple. I'm going to inhale nice and slow, take a nice relaxed inhale, not extending my mouth open too much, but also getting a cavernous feeling in there. And then I'm going to send the air out on an S for as long as I can, okay? Now, if you're doing this with me, I encourage you to breathe in for as long as you feel like you can and breathe out for as long as you feel like you can. So you don't have to do it with me. It's not an indictment of your abilities at all. This is doing it at your own way and pace, and you can join me for all of it. Here we go. And even when I thought I was done, I kept pulling my stomach muscles in. It felt really good. I could actually feel my lungs constricting. It felt so good. Okay, so I'm going to do that again. I'm going to breathe in. Now, a couple of things for you to notice if you're doing this at home and you're doing it with me. If you notice you inhale and your chest gets higher, your shoulders are coming up, that's okay. That's totally normal, especially if you're new to singing. So I just invite you to relax them as soon as you know it. If you notice that they're up like that, just let them down, okay? If you notice that your chest is really tense, just shake it out. And you can do all of that while you're inhaling or exhaling, okay? So we're going to do that again. I'm going to breathe in nice and slow, and then I'm going to breathe out on an S for as long as I can. Here we go. And that time, even when I got to the end of my breath, I pulled my stomach muscles in just a little bit more, just to get a little extra air out. I think that that's so important for us singers. When I'm singing a song and I get to the end of my phrase, I'm always already thinking, I need air, I'm dying, I need air. So it's a nice psychological thing to realize that I don't, that there's more in there and I can keep pulling my stomach muscles in. I can always get a little more. I can get through that last phrase. I can get through that last measure. I can get through that last note, piano, if I have to, so that I can finish the phrase the way it's meant to be finished. Okay, we're going to do this one more time. I'm going to breathe in again. Notice again, how did your shoulders do? How did your neck feel? Did you feel any tension? Did you notice that your shoulders were already up to your ears and you had to bring them down? All totally fine. That's part of learning how to do this. I'm going to breathe in really slow, and this time I'm going to send the air out on an SH, so a shh, for as long as I can, okay? And one of the things I want you to pay attention to this time, in addition to what your shoulders do and your chest does, is when I'm inhaling, I'm thinking about a lift, kind of keeping everything nice and relaxed, but also lifting, almost like I'm pulling the air across the top of my throat and down the back of it. So I really feel that slowing down as I inhale, okay? Here we go. That felt so much better, and my inhale felt so much better that time because I really focused on the path by which I was taking the air in. Obviously, it doesn't come in that way. It comes in whatever way it wants to come in. But there's something about this intention behind breathing for singers that I think is really important. That if I think lift, all of a sudden everything does lift. And it's really, really important to have that frame of mind going into breath support. So today we're going to talk about octave jumps. An octave, for those of you that don't know, are two notes. It's an interval of two notes that are separated by eight notes. So they are in fact the same note. I'm hitting the A in the third octave of the piano right now, and then we can jump up 8 notes to the A in the fourth octave of the piano, okay? And then we can jump up another 8 notes to the A in the 5th octave of the piano, and so on and so forth. Now, as singers, we don't often always have linear lines that we can connect to a melody. Sometimes we have jumps, and you can have jumps of all different types of intervals. But I thought I would just start with a really simple one today, the octave jump, going up and going down. The most important thing to remember about a jump of any kind in melodic line, and particularly in exercise, is that it's not really a jump. It's just the next note over. So even when I'm going to be making these jumps today, and we're going to be doing them staccato and then legato, really what I'm thinking about always as a singer is singing in a straight line. I'm always thinking about moving the line forward, not going up or going down, okay? So we're going to start with that A, okay? And I'm going to jump from that A to this A, okay? And I'm going to do it on a he and then a he, okay? And I'm going to do them staccato. Staccato means short and disconnected. I'm going to put a little puff of H before each one, so that helps to engage my breath support. And if you're joining me in another octave, you can also join, you can join me in the octave 2 to octave 3 or octave 3 to octave 4. So men, if you want to join with me, you can do this the octave down. Okay, so we can do he, okay, and I'm just tackling it very small, very short. Staccato is short and disconnected. These are short notes. I'm using the H to pull my stomach muscles in and sing the note. He. Now we're going from a B flat to a B flat. He, and I'm going back down at the end. He. And if you're wondering, am I taking a breath between each note? In fact, I am. I am breathing between each note, taking just the littlest, tiniest puff of air for the next note. I don't need a ton of air because it's a short note. So I'm just breathing enough for the next one. He. And now we're going to go back down. Just do it slowly with me, and you do it in your octave, so you don't have to do it in, you can do whatever octave that feels comfortable for you. He. Oh, sorry. Just kidding. He. Now we're going to go back up, okay? And I'm going to invite you to do this with me. This time what we're going to do, because we're going to go a little bit higher this time. So this time what we're going to do is we're going to do a he to a ha, and then back down to a he. And the ah is a more open note. It helps me extend for those higher notes, so I have a little more space, and that'll help me as I get up to my high notes. So here we are doing again octave jumps. That's between this note and this note, okay? And then back down, and we're doing he, ha, he. Here we go. He, ha, he, ha, he. I'm getting just enough air for those next notes. He, ha, he, ha, he, ha, he, ha, he. Hi, we have our technical director here for a minute, just trying to do something to the sound. Too high or too low? Too high. Okay, thank you. He, ha, he, ha, he. Now, if you notice when I extend to that ah, let's talk for a minute about how I'm opening up to that ah and from the E to the ah. I wasn't going to talk too much about vowels today, but I just think it's really helpful to talk about them. Vowels are really important. If breath support is the #1 most important thing for singing, vowels are a very close second. Okay, so I'm not going, it's not a switching from an E to an ah that's got sort of a change in the position of the voice so much as it's just a stretching from the E. So E, ha, he, okay? Just a nice relaxing he, ha, he, ha, he, can hear me getting just the right amount of breath for the next note I'm going to sing. So I'm not getting great big huge breaths. I'm not gulping air. These are tiny notes. They have a short duration. So I need just the right amount of breath for that. He, ha, he, ha, he, ha, he, ha, he. And here we are back on our octave A's, okay? So I'm on the A3, the A4 to the A3, okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a little legato to stretch into it, because it's really, I think octave jumps, I've been practicing singing for a long time. I think octave jumps are still hard to just jump right into. So we're going to do a little stretching into the octave to just help us. Like that, okay? So what the solfege of that, if you know solfege, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, if you've ever seen Sound of Music, okay? The solfege there is do, mi, do, sol, do, okay? So we're going do, sol, do. So I'm adding basically another note in the middle there, just to kind of sandwich our octaves so that we have something to land on going up and coming back down, okay? And for now, why don't we just sing the solfege together just to get used to that pattern. Do, sol, do, sol, do. And both of those are really nice to sing because we have nice O's on them. Do, sol, do. So again, another nice wide vowel, long vowel that helps our voice resonate. Do, sol, do, sol, do. 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 Good, so now we're going to start to descend with this pattern now that we feel a little more committed to the pattern, okay? And we're going to do it again just on he's, but this time we'll put an H before each one, but it doesn't have to be so short. So we can go he. So I'm holding it a little bit longer, just holding a little bit longer so that I get through it. I'm getting enough air again just to hold that note, and then I get to breathe again between each one. So he. Also, if you notice, because I'm singing the same vowel on every single sort of semi-arpeggio that we're doing here now, I set my voice up, I set the E up, okay, but I'm not changing it on each note. So I'm not going he. I'm actually setting it up for that line, almost like I'm singing through a musical phrase, because I actually am. He. Remember we talked a little bit earlier, I mentioned it earlier, that even though I'm going up or going down, I'm actually not, I'm going forward. And that's what we're doing right now in this passage. He. We're gonna do two more. He. And that was the G3 to the G4. That's the high. And by the way, the highest we went there was the E4 to the E5, in case you're interested, wondering what your range might be. So now we're going to, I actually thought of this really great thing. Well, it's not that great, But I thought of a funny thing to sing along in that pattern so we can actually sing on words, okay? I don't know where it came from, but we're going to use it because I think it'll be fun. So we're going to sing that same pattern, okay? But this time we're going to sing it on the words, I can't find my keys, because that is common for me. Can never find them. So you're going to sing, I can't find my keys. And on that top note, that's actually really good. By design, it's find. That's a diphthong. So that's that I is two vowel sounds put together. Diphthong is two vowel sounds put together. Ah and E, okay? So when I sing on my diphthong as a singer, I generally choose the first vowel sound in that diphthong to hold. And then the completion of the diphthong occurs as I connect with my consonants. So I can't find my keys. 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 And you don't have to sing this like me, sing it like you. I can't find my keys. Now, a couple of things that are cool about this that I just invented in my head. I have to thank the muses for this because I had no intention of making this up in this video. So that's awesome. So a couple of things that I want to mention that's really cool about it. The K, the I can't find my keys. K is an aspirate consonant. Yes, consonant, not vowel. K is an aspirate consonant, not unlike sh, like we did earlier, or s, like we were doing on our breath exercise, or sh. All of those are aspirate consonants. Aspirate consonants are awesome because they give us breath support, okay? They actually sort of get the breath support revved up right for us with an onset of breath, okay? That's why we did the staccato earlier with those H's in front. We don't typically do staccato in singing with H, but I really think that putting an H in exercises ahead of staccato helps, especially newer singers, just understand and feel their breath support mechanics, okay? So the K in I can't find my keys is a way that you can re-engage your breath support by really paying attention to the stomach muscles pulling in to create the sound. I can't find my keys. Okay, and then the other thing is that find on top has a nice ah vowel. So make sure you sing all the way through that. And then my, I, my, and fi of find are all the same diphthong. So they're all ahs. Okay, so when I first sing that, my approach is ah the whole way through. I can't find my keys. The only thing that's a little bit different is that the I, because that's all it is, I treat that last E sound that comes through it, the somebody just asked me if I wanted to become famous on chat. I love Twitch. Social media is so great. Anyway, so where was I? Okay, so the I'm singing it as an ah, and then I'm putting almost a Y sound on it at the end to connect it to the next note. So it's, I can't find my keys. I can't find my keys. Now we're going to go back down. I can't find my keys. Two more. I can't find my keys. I can't find my keys. Ooh, sorry. Last one. I can't find my keys. I really like that exercise. I'm going to have to remember that for my students. Okay, so now that we're singing this phrase, now we're going to add the actual octave jump onto the end. So we're going to keep singing this phrase, I can't find my keys. And then you're going to add a can you to the top. That's the descending octave jump. Okay, so you're going to go back up to the high note, the highest note you hit in the phrase, and then come back down onto the low octave on the U. So you're going to go, I can't find my keys. Can you? That's fun. I like that. Let's do that again together. So it's, I can't find my keys. can you. And if that is a little hard or scary, you can do it more staccato in the beginning. So you don't have to do it so legato, so connected. It can be, I can't find my keys, can you? That's fine. You can articulate it as staccato to hit the top note and come down. Use the k of can to help get, again, that aspirate burst of air on that consonant to help you get supported to your breath, okay? And then can is just a really pure a vowel, okay? So you don't want it to be can, you want it to be can you. I can't find my keys, can you? I can't find my keys, can you? I can't find my keys, can you? Let's do a few just staccato with that. I can't find my keys, can you? 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 So now that one I did more legato, and I actually didn't take a breath the whole time, but that was because I got a really good breath. I don't know if you noticed it. I noticed it myself, actually. I got this amazing breath right before I went for it. It was very slow and cavernous, like our earlier breathing we were talking about. So, I can't find my keys, can you? And when I went back up to that top note, I still used the C sound, the K, to help me reattack that note. But the other thing that I did was there's a real pull on my stomach muscles for that. Almost like it's staccato, like we did earlier, except it's legato. So I pull in like it's staccato. There's an energy like the staccato earlier, but then I don't release it, right? Because legato is the opposite. I'm pulling my stomach muscles in slowly, slowly, slowly the whole time. Then I release eventually. Staccato is pull in, release, pull in, release. So let me do it staccato to show you. I can't find my keys, can you? Both of those times on that can you, it was very staccato. I took a little quick breath before the can, and then I finished it and took a quick breath before the you, because I pulled my stomach muscles in and released. So on that release, I could inhale, okay? Now I'm going to take a larger breath and keep it more connected, but when I do that octave jump on the end, I'm going to pull those stomach muscles in like it's staccato, but I'm not going to release them. Because it's legato, I want to connect it to the descended octave. I can't find my keys, can you? Sorry, that was a bad one. One more time. I can't find my keys, can you? I have an idea. Let's try a staccato version of it and a legato. So you're really demanding, and this is how I often get when I can't find my keys. Start to get kind of demanding. So I'm going to go, I can't find my keys, can you? Can you? How ridiculous is it? Oh, being an opera singer is so weird. That just made me laugh so hard. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to be more dramatic and demanding on that legato, pulling my stomach muscles in on the k, but staying connected so I can descend on one breath down to the octave. I can't find my keys, can you? Can you? I can't find my keys, can you? Can you? And you can do it any way you like now. Sorry, where were we? We're here. Any way you like. So if you want to just do double staccatos, if you want to do the whole thing staccato, if you want to only sing the legato, I can't find my keys bit, you can do any of it that you'd like with the remaining minutes of our lesson. Here we go. I can't find my keys, can you? Can you? When I do that going down too, by the way, I'm not sliding off of the note. I'm just supporting down to it. And the way that I do that is staying on the vowel and connecting the N to the U. So can you, that's how I do that. Can you. So I'm putting the N on the U instead of on can you. Now on staccato it's different. Can you, because there's space in between. But if you're trying to sing legato, I encourage you to take the N of can and attach it to the U. I can't find my keys. Can you? Can you? I can't find my keys. Can you? Can you? I can't find my keys. Can you? Can you? That was like legato the whole time. Sorry about that. I can't find my keys. Can you? Can you? So now what we're going to do is I want to just do the octave jumps, okay? So we're going to just do let's do the vowels that we were just doing. Ow, ow, okay? We're going to go let's just do descending. 2 descending ones like we were just doing the can you. We're gonna go oh, oh. But we're gonna keep them connected the whole time. So oh, oh. When I go back up to the top one, when I go down and then I reascend and go up to the top, I pull the stomach muscles in. There's some energy in that, just like when I was doing he, or he, whichever one I was doing earlier. Okay, but this one, I pull in like that, but I don't release the stomach muscles. They stay connected because I am connected to my breath on legato, okay? So I'm not releasing till I'm done with my phrase. Oh, oh. And on this one, it's actually really okay to slide just because, why not? Oh, oh, wow, wow. And if you need help connecting between those vowels, ah to oo, if your voice feels like it's kind of going in and out, and it may, because for most people, we're in at least 2 different registers when we're doing octave jumps. If it feels like it's disconnecting in some ways, there's a naturally occurring W sound between ah and oo. Use them. Oh, oh. You can use that W to connect yourself from the low ah to the high ah to the low oo. Oh, 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 2 more. Oh, 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 oh. And now we're back to our A's. Thank you so much. That was a great lesson. I really enjoyed talking with you about octave jumps today. You can do any of those exercises on your own to improve them. Please join me again next Monday at 3:30 on Twitch for another virtual voice lesson. And you can find repeats of this on the YouTube channel, Miss Tara at the Hummingbird Conservatory. Thank you so much. Take care. Love and high notes.